Hello everyone, my name is Jason Smith and I am host of the Bridge Podcast. Today I want to talk to you, especially if you're in the United States of America, about the opportunity to come to China to study. Now, President Xi Jinping of China just recently went to San Francisco and met with Biden. One of the things they discussed was China facilitating the entry of 50,000 young American students to come study in China over the next 5 years. Now, I wanted to say a few things about this. Number one, it's a great opportunity. You should learn Chinese. Mandarin is clearly going to be one of the most important languages moving forward in the future because the Chinese economy is one of the two largest economies in the world. And by purchasing power parity, the Chinese economy is the largest economy in the world. So, should you come to China to study? Yes. Now, these exchange programs are a great opportunity to come to China for a semester or two. And I think if that's for you, you should definitely do that. That will add to your value, give you international experience. You'll be able to make some Chinese friends, learn about another country, and so forth. But there is actually a better way to do it. Instead of just coming on one of these exchange programs, consider coming to China for your full degree. Whether it's your bachelor's degree or your master's degree, you can do it for far less cost. Now, if you apply directly to a Chinese university like Tsinghua University, Fudan University, Jiaotong University, etc., you can get accepted and get scholarships and potentially graduate with no debt. The United States is currently suffering a student loan crisis of $2 trillion in student loans, and you can graduate with 30, 50, or a couple $100,000 in debt in the United States just getting a degree or two. But if you come to China, you'll be able to get the degree and potentially graduate with no debt because the cost of living in China is so low and there are so many scholarships available and the cost of tuition is so low that you might just be able to get out with a bachelor's degree with no debt and then enter into your career much more free than your American compatriots who are graduating with enormous amounts of debt and stress. So, if you already have a bachelor's degree, great. Come to China for a 1 or 2 year master's degree. Oh, I don't speak Chinese, Jason. That's not for me. You don't need to speak Chinese. There are an enormous amount of English-only programs where you come and you get your master's or PhD from some of the top universities across China, including Tsinghua University, which is considered the Harvard of China. There are 32 programs at Tsinghua University with master's and PhD programs that are taught in English. Oh, but I wanted to come to China to learn Chinese. Great news. While you're in your all-English program getting your master's or PhD, you can study Chinese. All students have access to learning Chinese during their entire duration of their studies, even if they're in an all-English program. But I want to come for my bachelor's degree. I'm 18, I'm 17, I have a nephew, I have a niece, I have a son, I have a daughter, and they want to come for their bachelor's degree. Great. Apply directly to the university in China. Do not go through an interlocutor in the United States or elsewhere that says they're going to help you. Some of those are traps, and it's better if you just look at the university page and go through the process of applying directly to the university. And you have a much better experience, and you'll also have a much higher probability of coming out with no debt, with scholarships, and not having to pay that interlocutor at all. So I hope to see you in China. And one more thing I want to add, right here at the end. It's not just for your own benefit, but you can also be a cultural ambassador between our two great cultures, the United States and China. Consider coming to China or having your niece, daughter, son, or a nephew come to China so that they can go back home to the United States and tell people what life in China is really like. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.